Well, baseball season is in full swing. Get it? Believe it or not, the weather plays a role in how far those long fly balls will go. We're not just talking about the wind blowing out to deep center either. Weather First meteorologist Garrett Hyde live in studio with a new Weather IQ report.
Yeah, Mitch, and of course, when it comes to watching a baseball game, home runs usually are probably one of the best moments in baseball. But to get there, the ball has to travel a pretty long distance, at minimum in the Major League Baseball, about 378 feet if hit in Wrigley Field, with a maximum distance needing to travel around 415 feet over in Coors Field in Colorado. But when looking at the total home runs by month, we typically start to see an average rise in the increase by the time we head towards about midsummer, close to July and August, before a bit of a drop off again by the time we head towards the tail end of the season. And that could very well be due to the fact that by midsummer, it's far more hot and humid, which does technically make the air less dense, allowing for the ball to travel further. And while that may seem counterintuitive, especially since we typically consider high humidity to be thick and muggy, in reality, it's quite the opposite. And of course, in the earlier to later portions of the season, the air is going to be a little bit cooler, which does help to keep those air molecules a little bit closer together, making the air a little more dense, and this creates more friction, slowing the ball down and limiting just how far it can go. But in the summer, humidity starts to become a bit of a factor. And the reason being is because our atmosphere is made up of around 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and anywhere from about 0 to 4% of that being water vapor. And at the molecular level, the collective weight of this gaseous nitrogen and oxygen comes in at around about 60 grams per mole, whereas a molecule of water made up of those 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen collectively weighs about 18 grams per mole. And this is important because as we add more water vapor into the air, it makes everything feel more humid, but we also have to get rid of that heavier oxygen and nitrogen to fit our water vapor back into the air mass, thus making the overall air density start to drop. And this is the reduction in the air density that allows for that home run to travel just a bit further, and in some cases upwards of nearly an extra 20 to 30 feet further, which can certainly make all the difference. And when we start to plot these average home runs over the course of an entire season, that average national dew with the average national dew point and temperature, we start to see almost a direct correlation between the two. We're certainly seeing the most starting to arrive throughout the middle half of the summer. In studio, I'm meteorologist Garrett Hyde with Iowa's News Now.